Dear friends and comrades, on behalf of the Cyprus Peace Council, I convey our warm greetings to the proud people of Serbia, a country that has suffered from the atrocities committed as a result of the imperialist plans to enslave the peoples and impose the law of the mighty and flagrant violation of international law. Today, we honor the 20th anniversary of the resistance of the heroic people of former Yugoslavia against NATO bombings. Inevitably, this experience of the people of Yugoslavia creates parallels with every people experiencing imperialist aggression. Every Cypriot recalls the drama experienced by Cyprus in 1974 when it was the victim of the same NATO plans which aimed to initially impose the USA-controlled junta with the coup d'etat executed against its president, Archbishop Makarios, that was subsequently followed by the partition by the forced arms of our homeland from NATO member Turkey. All these plans sought to control Cyprus and its strategic position. Of course, as in Yugoslavia, so in the case of Cyprus, the same excuse was invoked about the supposed protection of human rights, which has always been the justification of imperialist interventions. They project the national violation of human rights to hide their targets, to hide that their intervention in Cyprus was about combating the Soviet Union, controlling strategic point in Middle East region, and attaining the future control over the energy reserves that they had known existed since then in the Eastern Mediterranean, to hide the fact that the intervention in Yugoslavia solely concerned the control of the Western Balkans in a cynical confrontation for power and influence with the Soviet Union. Unfortunately, decades afterwards, the situation in the wider region of Cyprus and Serbia illustrates that nothing has changed. Imperialist intervention has not diminished. Instead, it has developing in other forms. They no longer exercise their influence only by demonstrating their military power, but also through the execution of violent coups, through the imposition of an economic stranglehold on states which they target, and through the promotion of their economic interest. This is what their so-called soft power means. They use methods to prevent world public opinion from resisting their policies, but the results are the same. The results are the collapse of states and peoples, so that the very forces that provoke all the suffering subsequently appear as saviors, guarantors of human rights and of a capitalist paradise behind which the impoverishment of the working class is concealed. For that reason, today we have an obligation to never forget and forgive the crime that was committed in former Yugoslavia, not least because the results of the depleted uranium bombings are still causing deaths. For the people's memory is a weapon to counter the imperialist propaganda of the ruling mass media. Thank you.